Young Jakob, the two-time European champion, just missed out on medals in the 1500 and the 5000 at the Worlds last year. He's still only 19. And they, with some help here, 5 members of the team, will be taking on the Kenyan team led by Timothy Cheruiyot, who are in Nairobi. So an incredibly innovative event. 2 teams in different continents, separated by 4,000 miles, competing against each other. The rules of this are, this is Team Cheruiyot, Timothy Cheruiyot there. The rules are that it will be the cumulative times of the 3 fastest athletes. It'll probably be the only 3 who finish, because I think both teams are going to use 2 team makers. Elijah Manangoi, still good to see him back, injury beset last year, so back racing. And this young man here, everyone, this training group are talking about how well he's going, Edwin Melly. He's had so many injuries over the years, groin problems, other problems, and now he's going to be trying to help the 2 big names take on the Ingebrigtsens there. 2 pacemakers for the Kenyans, Wilson Kita and Timothy Cheruiyot. They've been all training together. Oh, they've been given permission by Athletics Kenya to train together in recent weeks, and indeed these guys have as well. So the Ingebrigtsens have 2 of their training partners with them, Parasilva and Novigilya Nordas, and they're going to be setting the pace. And they're looking for, they've said they're going to go, you know, they're aiming for, you'd think, around about 450, that European record, which Jakob says he's going to go for on the last lap. It feels good, but Henrik says, hey, don't think it's all about young Jakob. I'm going to have a go as well if I feel good. And I guess the question is, how much is Filip Ingebrigtsen still feeling that 1,000 meters from the Norwegian record from 45 minutes ago? Well, I don't think the world record still held by Hisham El Gharij, which is an incredible 4:44.79, is in danger here. But between the Kenyans and the Ingebrigtsens, so much talent. The best 1,500 meter talent in the world here, taking on the 2,000 meter distance. The 2 pacemakers will try and set them out. There's the green and the red lights, which will set the pace at around about 59, maybe 58, thereabouts. And if they go even paced at that sort of speed, then hopefully somebody can pick it up on the last lap. Now, the Kenyans very proud. They say there's no way that we're going to let them, and the weather there looks atrocious, to be honest. And let's not forget, in Nairobi, it's 5,800 feet altitude. And this is the thing about 2 different venues. The whole point about athletics is you're in the same place at the same time and share the same conditions. This is different. So the Kenyans met with completely different weather. It looks windy, and it looks, of course, very wet there. So here we have first 400 meters completed. The pace and the lights being followed. 58.91, that's spot on. Well, you'd expect it because he's following the lights. So a huge advantage here for the Norwegian team. And the Kenyans, there you can see, Cheruiyot and Kita have got a tough job. Look at them leaning into the wind as well there. I can see Manangoi and Cheruiyot both leaning in the middle. Of between them is Melly. Letting their 2 pacemakers take the brunt of the wind early on. Through 600 meters, still early stages. Pace spot on for the Norwegian team. The Ingebrigtsens had been due to head off to Flagstaff. That altitude trip had to be put on hold, obviously. The 2 you can see ahead of Filip there, they both ran a very impressive 5K race on the roads just recently. And just some signs that Manangoi is struggling with the pace there. That familiar style of Cheruiyot in 3rd place. Then Melly tucked in behind the world champion. Manangoi maybe struggling with fitness. We know he's been struggling all last year. And in fact, Cheruiyot and Manangoi both kind of left training camp, went back to their homes. Cheruiyot working on his farm before they got the call about this race, and they've been training for the last few weeks. But it looks as though advantage very much with the Norwegian contingent. And the 3 Ingebrigtsen brothers now out in front through the first 1,000 meters. It's a little slow, to be honest. I think they're slowing down as well, off record pace, but they could pick it up on the last lap. And the Kenyans are going to have some real problems here It is the three best times, only Cheruiyot looking good. Poor Manangoi well off the pace there, so you've got to finish 3 athletes, so one of the pacemakers is going to have to certainly step up there and help, as indeed may well be the case here with the Ingebrigtsens, because Filip Ingebrigtsen is tired, very tired. We talked about this yesterday, about coming back after the 1,000 meters, and well, this shows that whatever records are out there on paper, it's never so easy to attack them, and at least the Ingebrigtsens both said that they'll treat them with respect, and now the pacemaker is stepping aside and he notices that Filip Ingebrigtsen is struggling and he might have to keep going if he can, but it looks as though his legs have gone as well. So it's just Jakob Ingebrigtsen with Henrik, and then back in Kenya. A struggle for the Kenyan team. Cheruiyot head down, into the wind, into the rain, trying to pick it up as they come into the home straight for the penultimate time. Trying to gauge where they are on the track. The Norwegians definitely ahead here. They're going to be taking the bell, and around about 3:55. There you go. Well, there's chances here. A big last lap. The European record, 4:51.39. The Kenyans well down on the time of the Norwegians, perhaps not surprisingly, well spread out in Nairobi in those terrible conditions, and now it looks as though it's all about Jakob Ingebrigtsen. How quick can he go? Henrik trying to hang on to him. Just over 200 meters. Ingebrigtsen, Jakob looking good, the youngster, the 19-year-old, the 2-time European champion. Cheruiyot all out on his own in Nairobi, but a long way behind in terms of time. It's Jakob Ingebrigtsen chasing that 3:51.39. Pacemakers cheering him on. He's got a great chance here, just needs to stay strong over the last 70 or 80 meters. 50 meters to go, 40 meters. Ingebrigtsen watching the clock. It's going to be incredibly close, and he's done it. 4:50.04. Cheruiyot gamely chasing home in Kenya. He'll be the first to finish in the wind and the rain in Nairobi, well outside 5 minutes. Well, it was always going to be interesting to see how the two teams were going to approach it, but I don't think the Kenyans could have ever have thought that they were going to be facing the weather and the altitude as well as Team Ingebrigtsen. So a new European record. Well, that's another one of mine gone, but I don't mind because he's a great athlete. And 4:50 is an exceptional time. Not many people have run under 4:50, just missed going under the 4:50 mark. But look how strong he is in the home straight here. Ingebrigtsen, Jakob just pushing on. That time will put him 6th in the all-time list, actually, just sneaks ahead of Noah Nyen, who was the world record in the 1,000 meters. Noah Nyen was 6th fastest, and now replaced by the 19-year-old Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Well, what a night it's been. Plenty for the Norwegians.